Welcome back guys. Today in this video tutorial I'm going to start up a new sensor that is SI7020-A20. Now in the previous videos I have done a lot of digital sensors for humidity and temperature. So let's add a new one to this list. To explore the sensor and its features and let's have a look over the website, that is controleverything.com, and here search for the above sensor which we are gonna explore today, and let's see what we got for that. As you see, it's a humidity and temperature sensor, plus minus 4% RH, plus minus 0.4 degrees Celsius is the accuracy, is the precision of this sensor. You can see the range for humidity and temperature and excellent long-term stability. Now these are some of its features which we're gonna look above, and you can purchase this sensor from this very site from here. I will be interfacing the humidity and temperature sensor SI7020-A20 with a Raspberry Pi and a Java code. To get the Java code, let's have on the resource tab, and here comes the Java code sample. Now you can have the opportunity to download the code from this very site. As you can see, this is the provided link. Also, you can have the privilege to download the code from github.com. The repository there is Control Everything Community. Now what we require is to put some hardware so that we can make some connections among the sensor. Let's do it. Now this is the sensor SI7020-A20 humidity and temperature, on which we have the option to explore. Now this is a Raspberry Pi, and these are the GPIO pins of the Raspberry Pi. Now what we require is to make connection among the sensor and the Raspberry Pi, and to make connections with other I2C devices, and a lot easier connection, we need this, an I2C sheet, which is available on the website controleverything.com, and you can purchase it from there. Now gently place the I2C shield over the GPIO pins of the Raspberry Pi and make a connection. Now we need a connecting cable, which you are able to see on my screen, and for that it's required a rule to follow that says that while making a connection among the sensor and the cable, we have to be sure that the brown wire of the cable should be connected to the ground terminal of the sensor, and similarly for the I2C shield also. Finally, we need to power up our Raspberry Pi, and here comes a micro USB into the picture. Now gently insert it over the power jack. Now to make an internet connection, there are two ways possible. One of them is an Ethernet cable, which you are able to see on my screen. Gently insert it over the Ethernet jack and make the connection. In case if we don't have the Ethernet cable, you can also use a wireless Wi-Fi nano adapter, so that we can have the internet connection, and it might save your day also. So we are done with the hardware connections. Now what we require is a code so that we can interface the sensor with the Raspberry Pi. Let's have a look over that also. Now as we are done with the hardware setup we need for the interfacing, now we want to have the interfacing of the sensor for the Java code. So to know the Java code, to get the Java code, what we require is to visit the website, that is github.com, and here we have to search for the repository that is called Control Everything Community, which you are able to see on my screen. Now get over it, and here search for the sensor SI7020, and here are we with the sensor. Now this is the Java code we would like to explore, but let's have a look over the instructions we need to follow to cover up this code, which says that we have download and install Pi4G library on the Raspberry Pi, and the steps are being provided on this very link, pi4g.com. And let's have a look over this website so that we can familiarize with the options. It says that installation options, commands, offline manual, updation, everything is being provided. You just need to follow these instructions and go with the installation. Now after that we have the compilation of the Java code. As you can see, this is the command, and this is the command to run the Java code. Please note it down carefully. Now as we are done with the instructions, we need to follow the code. Let's have it. As you can see, it's a .java extension. First thing, you notice in the code that we have imported some of the libraries so that we can have the functionalities along with the later in this code. We have created a public class named SI7020-A20, and we have the address of the sensor bus.getDevice, which goes for 0x40. Now comes the writing part. We have divided the code into two parts. First the humidity, and second the temperature. So we are sending the command for humidity measurement, which says no hold master, and it's writing as 0x F5. Then we have thread dot sleep, a delay of 500 milliseconds. After that, we are reading 2 bytes of the data for humidity. It's a general call we are reading, and after that we have the conversion of the data for humidity, which is according to the formulas, the details being provided in the data sheet of SI7020-A20. Similarly, we are writing the temperature command, which is no hold master, comprises for 0x F3. After that, we are reading 2 bytes of temperature data from the general view command for the reading, and then we have the conversion of the temperature data similar just as we did for the humidity. As we are done with the writing, reading, and the conversion of the data for humidity and temperature, we want to have the output to be displayed on the screen. So for that, we have the system.out.printf command. As you can notice, we have the relative humidity in percentage RH along with the temperature in Celsius and Fahrenheit. We have formatted it to 2 places of floating point value, as you can see, perfectly formatted according to the data sheet. Now, this is a very familiarized and generalized code. As you can see, simple code you need to follow up for the working. Now what you require is to see the working, the practicality of this code. Let's watch it. So here we come for the interesting part, that's to show the working of this Java code along with the sensor. So the first step is to copy this entire Java code, as you can see on my screen. Now open up the terminal of the Raspberry Pi, which we have through the internet. Now here create a new file, SI7020-A20.java extension file, as we know, and here we go, paste the entire code. Now save the code, and this is the command to compile the code, as we know, 7020, and here we go, the code is being compiled. As we are done, this is the command to run the code, as we know, and we have the result in humidity and temperature. Now when I again run the code, you can see a very minute change, and when I try to exhale over the sensor and run the code, you can see the changes. Yeah, you can see now again when I exhale, there is a change in relative humidity along with the temperature. Yeah, there you can see. Yeah. So this is how the relative humidity and temperature in Celsius and Fahrenheit responds to the code of the Java for the sensor SI7020-A20. So let's have a look over the benefits, the features of this code and the sensor. The SI7020 I2C humidity and temperature sensor is a monolithic CMOS IC integrating humidity and temperature sensor elements and analog to digital converter, signal processing, calibration data, and an I2C interface. The patented use of industry standard low K polymeric dielectrics for sensing humidity enables the construction of low power monolithic CMOS sensor ICs with low drift and hysteresis and excellent long-term stability. These applications are like HVAC, thermostats, respiratory therapy, microenvironments, automotive, climate control and defogging, asset and good tracking, indoor weather stations, and a lot more. So these are the features which make a lot of applications like this. So now you can purchase the sensor from the website controleverything.com, as you can see on my screen, and also you can get the code from the resource tab, and after that you can download it. You can get the code from GitHub repository that is called Control Everything Community. So in the end, I just thought that I would like to make it clear that in case you guys are feeling like you are left without fully understanding any part of this code or this video, you can have your queries on controleverything.com, and you can post your comments on the community page. Now, for blogs, articles which are relevant to this video, you can contact us on instructables.com. And to subscribe more video tutorials like this, you can subscribe our YouTube channel. in the end, I hope you enjoyed this video. You and yourself have a good one. Thanks a lot for watching.